Hi, this is Chris at the Wandering Bull. We're outside today. It's a beautiful fall day here in southern New Hampshire, and we're going to work on setting up a Cheyenne Tipi 16 foot made of canvas. The canvas is Sun Forger fabric, which is a fire retardant applied to the canvas. And so this book here, the Lobbins book on teepees, the Lobbins spent a lot of time out on the plains working with the people who lived in teepees and studied them, friended them, and has a pile of information that is theoretically just gone. So these guys recorded it. That's why I consider it the Bible for teepee setups in the plains. And they go into different tribes. Different tribes had different styles of teepees. And so, as I said, we're going to work on a 16-foot Cheyenne style teepee. So I have the canvas laid on the ground. I'm going to put 3 poles on it, which we refer to as the tripod. It will be the north, the south, and the door pole. So lay the poles on the canvas. That tells me where I need to tie the knot for the tripod. It will be right up in the center between the 2 smoke flaps now that the canvas is laid out. Over the top. So for the tripod, I've selected 3 of the heaviest poles I have. And they're probably 4 inches at the bottom, and then they taper up to very tips. The Crow folks cut poles every year. They leave the greens on the top because they want it to be a living structure. So that's why they leave the greens at the top. So we've stood up the tripod. I've laid the pole on the canvas right here, and that's going to be the lift pole. So between the 2 smoke flaps, there's a little tab. We're going to tie that tab to that pole, and by laying it out in place, that gives us the proper measurement on the height of the canvas where it will sit into the tripod. So the first set of poles I'm going to put on my right side, and they're going to fit into the crotch. The second group of poles are going to go in to the left of the door pole. So this is the rope I tied the tripod with. We stood it up. We laid the poles in their proper location. Now with this center rope, I'm going to tie the bundle in, keep the poles together. So I'm going to bring the rope into the center next to the fire pit. I'll anchor this down and that will theoretically keep all the poles in place. Now that I have the rope anchored, the tripod and their poles are in their proper location. In the book it shows you how to put the 4 poles on the left side, 4 poles on the right side, and then the poles in the back. And in the back is where the lift pole is going to go, and that will stand the canvas up to the top. We'll bring it around to the front. So we wrap the canvas around and we're going to slide the lacing pins, and that holds the 2 sides of the cover together. I tied a knot right below the smoke flaps. Most manufactured teepees you get have that tie first, and then you can slide your lacing pins in. They run about 16 inches, and depends on the holes on the canvas, but they're about a 1/2 inch in diameter. So at this point in time, I've got it laced up. I'm going to go inside and make some minor adjustments, push those poles to the canvas. And in the end result, we don't want any wrinkles at the top. And the smoke flaps are laying down flat right now. We'll stand those up. But once I make the adjustments with the poles, I'll go on the outside and pound the stakes in and pull that canvas tight. These ropes tied to the smoke flaps would be anchored to a pole up front, and that pole would be like the family pole, would identify the owner of that teepee, especially when you have 500 teepees. To know whose is whose, kind of important. And proper etiquette in the teepee: to enter a teepee, you would, no door, you would scratch on the side. And the owners of the teepee, they sleep in the back of the teepee, and they would, at that point when you scratch, they would invite you in. So, thanks for watching. 16-foot Cheyenne Tipi, Sunforger fabric, made out of canvas. The poles for this 16-foot teepee are probably 25 feet long. So a set of poles is going to run you $600–800. You got some shipping in there. As far as the canvas goes, you want a nice quality canvas. You're going to sleep in it. You want that flame retardant product on that canvas. So have some fun. Thanks for watching. WanderingBull.com. Check us out on Facebook, Instagram. If you have any questions, you can certainly give us a call at 1-800-430-2855. Thanks for watching.